Tery Spataro. I've been involved with using technology and digital for over 20 years. And lately, I've been focusing on the confluence of humans with technology and the environment. In this segment, I'm curious of what it's like to become the connected human. In 1999, I was invited to the SAME conference in Stockholm. At that time, these technologies were Bluetooth, wireless, and smartphones. Two-thirds of the way through the conference, there was a pause to talk about what we learned, so I spoke up and painted an image of what I gathered the future would look like. My refrigerator lets my smartphone know I'm out of milk. My car responds by mapping to the nearest store. When I arrive at the store, it's not milk waiting to be picked up. It's soy milk. And believe it or not, my toilet had a say in the matter. Today, we are experiencing how these devices and technologies can help us improve our quality of life and our health, enabling us to be more self-connected. So I wanted an expert opinion on what it's like to be a connected human. And I had a great, inspiring conversation with Chris Danzy, the most connected human on Earth. Chris sees the future in terms of human data. Chris monitors everything about himself, including food, moods, exercise, sleep, and environment. His vast and unique mind unearths insights from different variables in the data he collects on himself. I see Chris's mind like an OLAP cube, able to discover insights through the correlation of different variables from his human data. And I was most amazed at his discovery that his driving speed correlated to the temperature of his environment. But Chris is concerned that we may confuse the volume of information with the speed of technological change, and he advises us to focus on exploring and understanding our own internet. So let's take a step back and look at history, at the evolution of technology to understand our behavior during these times and the context. By mapping this out, we can see why the device explosion is happening now. And what we have here are dumb devices. They provide data but no direction. I can step on the scale and get my weight, but it doesn't tell me what I should do about it. So our needs can be expressed by this framework: tools to gather data, data that provides solutions, tools that track data, and data that provides results. Before we can become the connected human, we must really connect to our human data. Which is why I was so excited about CES. As you can see, CES 2014 is a market indicator with so much excitement for new digital health products. So I got to try on many of these new devices. There were devices to help gather my health data and devices that will help me analyze that data. And I was especially fond of Ohm Signal clothing, which had a built-in sensor that helped me manage my stress. It even allowed me to share my stress reports with my family and friends. And now my boyfriend doesn't have to read my mind to know how I'm feeling. You can literally outfit yourself from head to toe in these devices. And there were even devices for your pets so that you can monitor their biology and emotions. So there were 3 findings that I took away from CES. Devices will offer a benefit when data is collected, such as sports performance and health indicators. Making sense of the data is going to be critical in order to create change in health. Not everyone is as proficient at grasping insights from data as Chris Danzy is. In the future, we can expect to see experts offering advice in the interpretation of data so that consumers can achieve better sports performance, health results, or even recommendations on senior care. And data is becoming more and more valuable. And becoming a connected human will require a shift in the behavior model. B.J. Fogg points out that to create a persuasive behavior, you have to have 3 components: trigger, motivation, and ability. As we become more engaged and immersed with our devices, what would the effects be? Could the overconnectivity cause an effect on our intuition? Could we experience a loss in intuition? Or will our intuition be more heightened? Sherry Turkle seems to think that technology may lead us back to our real lives, our own bodies, our communities, and our own planet, making us a better human. Would the singularity make it possible for us to connect to technology faster, even easier? Ray Kurzweil points out that medical nanobots will help us connect our brain to the cloud. Nanobots may provide us with the ability to correct a health crisis situation before the crises can become fatal. Though, I don't think I would like having my mind hacked. It's data that will determine the difference between the haves and the have-nots. As Chris Dancy says, we may be experiencing a data elysium, and we will need to be careful regarding our exploration of our health and data collection and health devices, and guard against misuse and abuses that may threaten innovation. There is so much to consider in the creation of these new technologies, and I narrowed down 3 basic guidelines. Health devices that we can use to gather, share, engage, and measure all must be low friction. A scale that tells me what to eat, provides practical guidance to my exercise needs, and adds me to a social network support group is more beneficial than merely providing my weight. We must explore our inner self to understand what our needs will be for data gathering, analysis, and sharing, and the ability to personalize this data is a must. If we want to be better, faster, smarter, and healthier, then self-help correcting technologies need to be mindful. Technologies need to be sensitive and present to provide human connection to help us be more self-aware. My philosophy centers on the confluence of humans with technology and the environment. This means that we peacefully coexist with the environment and use technology to improve the human condition while preserving what makes us human. I'm Tery Spataro, and thank you so much for viewing my video.